Yeah, it's like he's talking today.
Yeah.
I mean, this book is incredibly relevant.
I feel like it was just on the cusp, and he had the foresight enough to see the writing on the wall. And the unfortunate thing is just he was one small human in one small country, and only had, even for what all he did in his amazing life, he still, was one small footprint in the whole grand scheme of things. And consequently, that's why people like us here, a couple generations removed, are still finding this and going, oh shoot, like somebody knew what was up, and oh man, we need to get with the program here if we want to fix things, like, geez.
Yeah.
I mean, even the fact that he was kind of already seeing how industrial agriculture will fail. And you could argue that we're not 100% there yet, because there's still plenty of giant big ag operations. In my recent trip out to California to visit my sister, we had to go through some areas of, like, heart of ag land California, and just seeing literally the endless acreage of just brown dust bowl.
Wow.
It was just like
really?
that. Like the immediate reaction, if you know even a smidge about farming or ecology, is just like, oh my God, this is not sustainable. There is no way, in any way, shape, or form, that this is sustainable. This is just asking for it. And how much of our food supply comes out of that one state alone? It's freaking ridiculous.
Ugh. Yeah, I think we get like all the almonds or some shit.
The area where I was a lot of avocado and lemon plantations and strawberries. In fact, there was, ironically enough, a huge Amazon warehouse built in the middle of all of it. And I kind of laughed, and I was like, oh,
in the middle of like
yeah, just out in the middle of all this agriculture. And I kind of like scoffed and laughed and was like, oh, figure, Amazon taking over the world. There they are in the middle. And my sister was like, oh, that's because that ag land is so spent that they literally couldn't grow on it anymore. So Amazon's like, okay, well, we'll just do this instead. And it's just like,
that's
wow.
Very symbolic.
Like, okay, so that field's dead and Amazon bought it out for their use. But like, what happens when all the chain reaction, the rest of the fields, like,
it's like you're killing the fields, and you know that. Like, there's a segment of the population running the machine that does this agriculture that knows that. Well, how could you go on with knowing that?
Kind of blinders on. I got my job to do. I don't know what else I could be doing. I'm just doing this because boss said so, whatever, fill in the blank.
I'm only seeing my piece. I'm only doing that. I'm not seeing the whole picture again.